Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon at the YouTube playthrough estate. If I'd known that that would be the name of the estate, or if I'd remembered it at least, I probably would have thought of something more regal. The Lord Beaverbrook Estate, but instead it's the YouTube playthrough estate. That's okay. Squad for the next mission. Bear Taffy up front, no sweat. Northernlion bringing up the rear. No funny business. Let's see what abilities we've got in our occultists. Weird Reconstruction is a heal that is basically like, it could be 0 or it could be 12, but it also inflicts bleed at a pretty high rate. Vulnerability Hex is a debuff. Hands from the Abyss, you have to be at the front and you can hit the units close to the front. And then is this a pull? Yeah, Demon's Pull. I mean, we could use this to clear corpses. The question is, does this unit make sense? Wait, love interest. Will only visit the brothel and minus 1% crit. I mean, that's bad news, man. But we at least need you for now. You can always use Vulnerability Hex to mark a target. You can use Hands from the Abyss as a stun, but I'd have to put you in, like, the second position. So let me see. What else do you have in the second position? Can't use your heal. Can use Vulnerability. Can use Demon's Pull. Maybe. We already have a healer. Then our Jester, can they function in the third position? They can use Harvest. They can't use Finale, but they can maybe move. They can use Slice, and they can use Solo. Okay. It's a huge debuff to use Finale anyway, so putting them in the third position sort of makes sense. Sure, okay, so who's the most occult person that I know? I got no idea, honestly. Who do we collaborate with on a regular basis? This is going to be Alpaca Patrol. I know previously we had him as a Ranger or something? I can't remember now. And then our Jester, of course, has to be J. Smith OTI, because he's the wildest dude I know. And then we'll try a mission where we have Bear Taffy. Whoa, she, like, doesn't want to go? We're not going to the darkest dungeon. You go, cool it. There you go. Got Bear Taffy, Alpaca Patrol in the number 2 slot, J. Smith OTI in the 3rd slot. Rewards, Diseased Herb for the Plague Doctor only, plus 40% disease resist. That seems real good. Complete 100% of room battles. Sweet. Let's go to provisions. We got money. We'll take a couple shovels. I think 8 food was pretty much fine. Let's take a bandage. Let's take 1 key. I think we'll take like 6 torches just to feel a little better about things. Oh, I should also go to our trinket inventory and give the debuff stone to, here, go back. We should give the debuff stone to the occultist, right? Because they have, yeah, Vulnerability Hex marks them, lowers their dodge. Yeah, okay, so I think that the occultist makes the best sense there, unless I'm missing something on you. Does that do anything? Doesn't seem to. It debuffs yourself. Yeah, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal. I think it makes the most sense to give that to our occultist. We already have a healer, so them not being able to use their heal makes sense. Eventually, we'll gain the ability to tailor your skills, but for now, it's not really a big problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once we start camping, we'll need a little bit more, but this is okay for now. Sweet. This is good. This is good. We're doing fine right now. Just because people are stressed, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You know, everybody needs a weekend, even in real life here. Iron Maiden. Explore the Iron Maiden, baby, with Josh. Ooh. Okay, we wasted the holy water. Let's see what you got inside of there, buddy. Stash loot! Mostly the heirlooms are the big one there. 25 gold, maybe not that meaningful. And Josh gets caught in a trap. That's just, that's just life, man. 23 strength, I'm not super stoked about. 23 stress, I should say, I'm not super stoked about, but that's life. Life happens. Okay. We're gonna go this way because we need to get the room battles. We found a trap. Who has the best chance of disarming the trap? I didn't even check, but we did it. Way to go, Bear Taffy, our fearless leader here. It fits because not only does he lead the Roundtable podcast, but he also leads, or he plays a lot of Darkest Dungeon, man. An urn holds the ashes of the departed. The urn has nothing but ashes inside. I keep burning torches here because I want to have a good chance to surprise enemies. I'm assuming there must be combat in this room back here. Stashed heirlooms is always a good sign. There we go, our first battle. We got surprised, and we're all sorts of messed up now. Now the question becomes, do we want to spend turns trying to move ourselves back into an appropriate position, or more appropriate position, or what? You can use finale, but it seems bad to do that to start with. You know what? I absolutely should have put the debuff on this unit. But it gives them all minus 10% accuracy, and then it gives himself a bunch of extra speed. Sweet. They're all debuffed, you're buffed. Quarrel can do some damage. Okay, we've debuffed them. What comes next? Illumination gives us extra torch power, but that doesn't seem that meaningful. It seems like we're better off using Judgment for now. Trying to take out maybe the weakest unit. But stress could be a real concern from this Bone Courtier. So you know what? Let's go for the units at the front. I want to have a good chance to take them out quickly. I know they'll probably leave corpses, though. So we could use Weird Reconstruction, or we could use Demon's Pull. Or we could use Vulnerability Hex, which does like next to no damage, 1-to-1, but it does debuff units. Hands from the Abyss is so much better for its stun chance, but we can't use it from back here. Sure, you know what? Let's use Weird Reconstruction. My thinking is we want to use Weird Reconstruction on Josh up front, and then we can use Demon's Pull next turn once there's corpses. So let's hope this is a good roll. Healed him for 7, that's very solid. It also causes him to bleed, but still. Then we use Zealous Accusation, kills one unit, hurts the other one, leaves a corpse, but we can clear that corpse with the pull that we use. So the heal has been compensated for now. Your hero is bleeding. Yeah, bandage him up. I totally forgot about that. Now, probably, I'm going to move you back to here. And this does move our vessel up, which is not great, but she can use her melee attack now, which actually might be pretty functional for us here. Wow, that's horrible. Jason with OTI is at Death's Door. When a hero is reduced to 0 HP, they're at Death's Door. While in this state, they will suffer stat penalties, plus any further damage has a chance to kill them. Heal them to get them off of Death's Door. We can't heal them with our vessel, unfortunately. Come on, you can do this. Nice! Does leave a corpse. I should heal them, but I also really want to clear these corpses, man. So let's use this pull. Clears both corpses, pulls the other enemies up to the front. Then we could stun, or we can have a chance to get a kill. I think we'll take our 90% chance to stun the unit that actually does damage. In doing so, making it much more likely that Josh will survive this encounter. No, I forgot that this unit could actually attack when it got up front. But that's okay. It didn't inflict bleed or anything like that. We'll use Slice Off. Oh, this is only 3 damage? Both of them go for bleed, right? Yeah, so I think we'll use Slice Off to at least do some damage. Obviously, they're not going to get bled. Kill that unit, maybe lower some stress. Then use Weird Reconstruction. We healed Josh for 4 at least, took him off of Death's Door. He resisted the bleed, which is extremely nice. Go for the other stun. You still good? Yeah, they're stunned as well. This is beautiful. Okay. I think you should probably just play a solo. I basically want to keep this fight going fairly long so I get more chances to heal our Jester. That only healed him for 2, but at least he didn't get bled. Then we'll heal him again. And then our Crusader will go for the hit. And kill him. Okay, I think we... Look, it didn't go great for a while there, but it went pretty well once we got over our initial surprise. It was like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Blood-soaked pages torn from a journal. The wound is starting to fester. The flesh around it is gray, flaking and ridged, almost scale-like. As I write this, my breathing has taken on a hollow timbre and is more labored. My compatriots are laughing and tell me not to worry. It's just the salt mist in the air that pervades these caverns. Spooky, spooky dooky. More stashed heirlooms. And probably a battle. So I'll tell you what, let's burn a torch. and hopefully get a chance to surprise the enemy instead of, you know, what happened last time. No surprises, but we are first here. I didn't know solo moves our enemy up to the front. Seems bad. Do we play solo or do we go harvest? Yeah, it moves them forward 3. So they play solo and then finale. I see how it goes. Let's start with harvest to hit these 2 units in the middle. They're not going to be bled anyway, so we might as well just go for something that does damage to multiple enemies. Judgment could get a kill, so let's try that instead of a heal. It did get a kill.
Give them no quarter.
It also gives our occultist something to do. A pull now is it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. So Alpaca Patrol is gonna pull the Bone Courtier up. It'll do some damage. It'll clear the corpse and puts that Bone Courtier in a position where they can be hit, which is important. Wow. Oh, don't do it. Not on Death's Door again. No, he's got 1 HP. He's got 1 HP. We're okay. All right, let's start with Zealous Accusation. Oh, it did 8 damage. That's so unlikely, but also awesome. Okay. We'll now go for the Slice. It's a lucky crit. Might reduce stress a little bit. Lucky me. You are going to heal him. Don't heal for 0. He may die. 12! That's what we want right there. He's going to bleed, but it healed him enough that it was well worth it. We actually dodged the shot for the first time in our adult lives. I mean, we don't even need to heal anymore, so let's throw a Judgment down here, which if it hits, we'll get the kill, and it critted, so we actually get a little stress relief as well. Your stun resist is 25, but we're going to try to stun you anyway, just so that we can finish easily. Our stun failed, so instead we're going to take 5 damage, and continue here. I mean, we could solo and then finale, but actually we have to solo and then finale. There's nothing, we don't gain anything else, or we can't do anything else other than that, so we might as well go for it. That's kind of cool to have an attack that gives you a huge debuff, but also helps you out a ton. It does a lot of damage potentially right at the start. The mark there. Now we'll go for the stun again. 1 damage, and we did get the stun. Now let's see if we can get the finale here with our Jester. It also moves them back, which is interesting, but hopefully that gives them some stress relief. It did not. Got some food though. All right, I think we've improved a little bit as a result of our campaign there. Just because we're backtracking doesn't mean we won't discover new stuff, and new stuff could be good or new stuff could be horrible. There's, you know, 2 different options there. I'm assuming this objective for us functionally comes down to explore every room. Hunger, yes, eat please. That's why I didn't just use the food as a healing item. We know we're not going to have enemies in here, but we know we're going to have enemies almost immediately on our next area. So let's crack one of these torches. We're getting a little light on torches, but not too bad. There's another one for us right there. Yeah, take it. And we know we're going to have a battle right here. Surprise them. Hey, lucky us. Okay. Usually we start with our Jester, but not this time. Now we actually have the stun that we can use. Do we really? I mean, there's no big target, so I don't really want to use Vulnerability Hex. So sure, I guess we... Actually, you know what? I kind of like the idea of using a Demon's Pull to start. Rather than stun them while they're also surprised, this at least brings a unit up to the front that we can do something with. I didn't rearrange my units properly, but that's okay. We'll play a solo. Move them up to the front. I'm gonna try to hurt... What do you have, 9? I'm gonna try to kill you with a crit. That was extremely lucky. Wow, I sort of didn't expect that to work. And now we'll go for a stun on one of these other units. Unless we want to do Zealous Accusation, but then we might as well stun the unit at the back. If it works. I say at the back because we can use Finale on the unit at the front, maybe. Oh, Blanket Fire is really annoying if they manage to roll a lucky crit. And Shank can inflict bleed, I think. 7 damage is nothing to sneeze at either. And we're bleeding, so that's admittedly a little dangerous. Okay, we're at the front. Use Finale. Does 5 to 8 damage. That's it, but a huge crit chance. Okay, let's try to hit the unit that, you know, would die from this. It does debuff our Jester, but they accomplish something as a result. Almost makes sense to throw out another demon pull right away. Kill the corpse and pull the other unit close enough to the front that we could hit them. Rushed shot. I was hoping it would have a greater chance to miss. We could heal, but I think we just go for the kill, basically. That sets us up in a position where we can actually use our Crusader to do a Zealous Accusation and kill one and injure the other. So we're doing fine right now. As long as you keep uppercut slicing and missing, or uppercut slicing at units that are pretty tanky, I don't mind. Tell you what, why don't you move up 1 on your turn? You should probably try to stun this unit, even though it does lower our torch. Wow, great stress relief as well. You should probably throw out a heal on our Crusader. Because this unit is stunned, we kind of get an extra turn of freedom. Now we have lost it, of course, but for a while there, we were safe. And we're done. Probably more stress relief thanks to the crit. But Josh is feeling, like, super stressed out. We may choose, actually, to just not, let's have our vessel look at this bookshelf. Volumes are dull and uninteresting. That should give them, like, an aversion to reading. By the way, this is not how we want our squad set up, right? There we go. That's how we want it set up. Pop the torch to try to surprise our next enemies. If they were here, they are not. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to have to do 2 more rooms. It is a confession booth. Let's have our vessel try. The hero's history of sin is too much to bear. 15 stress. I mean, that's, I guess, what you want the holy water for, is to decontaminate that. Only got 1 torch left. Hunger. I was just about to eat, so I'm actually really glad that I didn't, because then we would have had a huge stress penalty as a result. This actually might be our last room battle, and we surprised them, so I think that we're pretty good. Alright, let's start with this and let's be logical. We don't necessarily need a heal right off the bat. There is a tanky unit. There's 2 semi-tanky units, so we might want to use a vulnerability hex. But, I mean, the pull is okay as well. Or we could try to heal a unit and hope for the best, but I'll tell you what, let's pick a unit to kill. Let's try to kill the unit up at the very front. We get a free turn to do so. We'll mark them and debuff them. And then I just realized this is silly, because we can't hit them with some of our other units, but we can try to inflict bleed on these guys. That's awesome. If they actually die quickly, then they won't leave a corpse. We will go for the potential crit kill here. Didn't quite get it. And actually, our Crusader is not going to be able to land a shot there on them, which is unfortunate. Now I'm like, wow, we totally blew this. We did it, like, completely wrong. But, actually, with the bleed, we may conceivably kill those other units. Yeah, like that unit before it has a chance. And because it was,
unforgiving.
Because it was bleeding, it didn't leave a corpse, so now, like, this unit is screwed as well. Oh, you're gonna be fine, me. Don't be a big baby. You're 1 damage down. Probably should throw out some heals on Bear Taffy, our fearless leader here, though. Alright, we're gonna go for, I mean, slice off, I guess, to get a better bleed chance on this enemy at the back. Because we know that the unit in the middle is gonna die anyway. The bleed will kill them and won't leave a corpse, so that was good. Let's go for the weird reconstruction. It healed for 1 and inflicted bleed, probably. Oh, dude, the bleed resist is huge there. We're then just gonna heal again, because the first one didn't quite get the job done. Although we might want to heal Bear Taffy instead. He's getting a little low there. 25% stun resist, 10%. We're going to go for the stun on the unit that can actually hurt us, and that should skip their turn. Plus, we did 2 damage. Beautiful. Okay. We start here. I think we probably go for the slice off again. 4 damage plus a hefty bleed if we can actually manage to get it. Oh, there. I forgot this unit was a literal skeleton. Some of the other ones have flesh, so I got surprised. We're going to use weird reconstruction on Bear Taffy. It healed for 2, and bleed resist was actually pretty big there. What's your HP? I didn't mean to do that, but honestly that helps. I meant to, like, mouse over and see their HP. We're not, I wouldn't say we're fighting a losing battle here, but we're doing less to the enemies than they're doing to us. This may get a kill, though. It did get a kill. So now we only have 1 enemy to deal with, even if he is being a right old asshole. At least we got something out of it. Let's go for the solo, because we're going to do finale next. Weird reconstruction. 8 healing means even if we get bleed, it was well worth it. Then we can go for the actual judgment on this unit instead of a heal, so we're starting to make some more forward progress. And you know what? I think we should probably go for the stun as well. 75% chance? Beautiful. This unit is screwed. They're totally done. Our Jester will go first usually, so we'll have them do finale. Didn't quite get the kill. In fact, didn't even get close. Sure, why not go for the stun? I mean, it's unlikely to work, but our occultist is in such a weird position. It's kind of advisable, it seems. And, oh my god, just let my Crusader go first. He's 1 hit away. We'll just go for the smite and finish the job. That went very well. I mean, it helps that we surprised them. And we have finished the mission, but we're going to continue adventuring just for the time being. And put a key in this heirloom chest. Unlocks a hidden compartment that gave us some decent heirlooms. And to be honest with you, I mean, the stress is really high on Josh, but I kind of feel like why not at least explore a little bit more. Because we can, basically. Have Josh eat some food. We could get hit by hunger, but I doubt we will. So we got a bookshelf. Let's have our occultist look at that, maybe. A map is found. Oh, beautiful. We got a map. And then an urn. Let's just go for it. Nothing but ashes. Let's leave, then. I don't want to fight in the next situation they had us in there. So let's look at our rewards here. 3,000 gold, 2 busts. Diseased herb for our plague doctor only. That's a no-brainer to put on Nick right now, for sure. And then we got a decent amount of heirlooms. Let's see if anybody got so stressed out they got hit by some nasty ailments. Bear Taffy, Nocturnal. -2 speed if torch is above 75. That's pretty bad. Early Riser. +2 speed if torch above 75. J. Smith OTI. Obsessed with killing. Not necessarily a bad thing. I resent that being put in red. Northernlion. Egomania. Oh, shit. Life. Art imitates life, man. Obsessed with self-worship and -20% stress damage in the wield, which is good, but obsessed with self-worship, sometimes that can manifest itself badly on missions. Over time, negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Severe negative quirks will cost much more to remove in the sanitarium. Good to know. I actually didn't know. Mathis could not achieve a meditative state and became frustrated. He got unquiet mind, may not meditate. It's not that bad. Alright, let's look at the obvious. Wait, do you only gamble or something? Gambler. In town will only gamble. So I'll have to make you gamble. Can we go to the sanitarium yet? No. So I guess we don't have to worry about that. J. Smith OTI is gonna gamble. And I need some help. Man, Mercurial and Egomania. I think we recover like 50 stress from just going to the bar, so let's do that. Everybody else seems pretty good. I mean, we could send Alpaca Patrol in here, but I don't think we have to. We got our guilds.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats.
And we got the
Our
blacksmith.
soldiers must be ready.
I think we probably, well, first let's go to the stage, go see what we got here.
Once again,
we got a Crusader, we got a Vessel,
to make weapons of war.
and we got another Jester. We probably should not, like, naysay anything yet. I think the most important thing for us is going to be to get our guild set up properly. So let's see if we can upgrade it first. We can at least get reduces cost of training. And I'll go to the blacksmith quickly here to see if we get anything upgraded here. Allows weapon upgrades to rank 2. I always feel like best defense is a good offense, so let's do that. And whose skills do we not really like? I feel like our occultist needs some different skills if we're going to operate from the 3rd position with a vessel in the back. Like, the pull is good. Hands from the Abyss just does not work in the way we're operating. So, we could get Weakening Curse, we can use anywhere. Lowers somebody's damage. Seems okay. Abyssal Artillery, you can use it from the 3rd position. It does damage to units at the back and gives you a buff against, or it gives itself a buff against Eldritch units. Or Sacrificial Stab is a melee attack that they could use instead of Hands from the Abyss, which is a stun. Which really the only reason we got to use the stun was because we had a Jester who had solo and finale. So Yeah, I think we probably... I mean, Abyssal Artillery seems like it might be better for us than Vulnerability Hex. And then, Sacrificial Stab seems advisable. It's a little expensive to put on this unit right now, but I mean that seems like it'll make this unit better for now. So let's get rid of these two and put on these two instead. Now they prefer to be in the third position. And if we're gonna have our vessel back here in the back position, then it doesn't really make sense for them to have... Well, they're in the... They don't have to worry about that right now. It doesn't really make sense for them to have the melee attack. Similarly, let's go look at Bear Taffy here. Bear Taffy, we've never used Bulwark of Faith. What could we use instead? Battle Heal, Holy Lance actually allows us to hit units at the back, or Inspiring Cry. I think we go for Holy Lance so that we can actually hit units at the back. And that allows us to take out those ranged units a little easier. Yeah, that seems acceptable. That seems like a good move for now. And we'll go to our Blacksmith and upgrade the units we're using all the time. So Bear Taffy, we're using them all the time. Give them a little extra damage. We know that Mathis is probably going to be important for us, so we'll pop that in there. We don't want to spend too much money because we could be going out on a mission soon, but for now, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon, and I'll see you next time.